I'm making this video because a few weeks ago, I think about 3 weeks ago, because I follow this page on Facebook. If you don't know, I follow this page on Facebook called the Atheist Republic. So they made a post, I think this was 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I was just sitting listening to music, thinking about things, and it crossed my mind about the post and the comments that were on the post. So I wanted to make a video about it. So the Atheist Republic page on Facebook made a status, and they posted a question. They said, who is someone that is walking away scot-free right now who should be behind bars for life? And I commented and I said that I feel like George Zimmerman is walking away scot-free right now and he should be behind bars for life. And I received so much hate for that comment, and I mean seriously, I received a lot of hate for that comment. So many people were commenting, calling me a thug. They were saying Trayvon deserves what he got. They were telling me I'm gonna have my first felony before I'm even 21 years old, and just all type of shit. Like, they were stereotyping me, and they don't know anything about me. Like, they don't know, they don't have a first fucking clue how intelligent I am, and they don't have a first clue that I can argue their ass down. Being as young as I am, I can argue each and every one of their ass down to a pole, and they will have nothing else to say, and they will just be sitting there like, goddamn, this young, black, intelligent man who was Trayvon Martin's age knows way more than me. No wonder we want to get rid of them. That's what they will be thinking. But they have no clue about my intelligence or what I know, and I can't get mad at them because of that. They're stereotyping me because of how they see young black men my age, and they see all of us as just dummies and thugs and stuff like that. So I can't really get mad at that. I mean, in my profile picture, on my profile name on Facebook, I am named Maury World D. Trail. And Maury World, they may see that and see, oh, see, this little boy is already in a gang, but it's not a gang. Maury Martarius is my friend who was killed on the west side of Chicago, and that's my friend. I was really close with him. Me and him were really close in school. So I changed my name to Maury World. It's a whole group on Facebook named Maury World. We did that to pay homage to Martarius. It is not a set gang. It is not a strip of a gang. It is not broke off from a gang at all. So they might have saw that though and went, oh, I know the road this black man is going down. And then in my picture, I'm in my profile picture like this, throwing up the L sign. But the L sign can mean plenty of things. First of all, the L sign is not attributed to one single gang. That's first of all. Second of all, the L sign, first I throw it up for logic. I can throw up the L sign for loyalty and many other things that I throw up when I greet my brothers. It is not attributed to a certain gang. So I guess because of my name on Facebook and because of my profile picture, they just stereotyped me and assumed that I was another young black thug. So they were assuming that I'm going to catch a felony in the next 2 years. They were saying, you know, actually someone made a page in George Zimmerman's name, and it was a picture of George Zimmerman holding a picture of Trayvon Martin laying on the concrete dead in cold blood. And that page actually commented and told me that I should be in jail. I should be locked up. And I'm just like, really? You're the motherfucker that murdered a 17-year-old innocent teenage boy, and you're telling me I should be locked up? Like, how fucking sick in the head are you? And people were taking, you know, taking his side. Like, I won't even care that they were taking his side, but they were justifying what he did, and they were calling me racist at that. Like, how first of all, I am not racist at all. I have spoken out against racism many times in plenty of my other videos, saying how stupid it is, how I feel like we are all under the same human genomes, and we are all the same human species, and we should not be against each other in no way possible. We should help each other, because at the end of the day, we can be wiped out as a human species, and there can be no more humans, period. And there won't be no more black or white. It won't be shit, you know. And then y'all won't be worried about what color someone is, because we won't be here anymore, you know. So I constantly stress my grip on racism. I really don't like it. I have white friends. I, you know, am interested in white girls, all of that. I have no racist bone in my body. But I told one of the guys that commented on the status that I felt like he was enslaved to his government because he believes anything someone writes on a police report. In case you haven't noticed, police aren't really being honest nowadays, and neither are they doing their job nowadays. So I really don't believe shit police say. I really don't believe shit the government say. So me telling him I believe he was enslaved in the mind by the government was me telling him he doesn't question anything. He believe anything the court say. He believe any law that they pass, and he just thinks that they can do no wrong, like they're really doing right by the citizens. But I'm not even gonna get on the subject of the American government, because I can go off and they'll want to fuck around and give me a light sedative for the shit I can say. But yeah, and due to the fact that I told him he was enslaved in his mind to the government, the thing he said to me back to that was, a black person calling me a slave. That's interesting. And that's, you know, I was upset, but then I had to think, like, that's just the ignorance in this, you know, one single person. For one, I did not call you a slave. I said you are enslaved in the mind by your government, meaning you think everything the government does is right. You believe anything someone writes down on a piece of paper. You believe whatever is in that police report. That's what I mean by you are enslaved in the mind by your government. But he took it as, oh, I'm calling you a slave, and he made that as a mockery of blacks being enslaved for over 300 years. And I mean, you can't really get mad at an ignorant person like that. If I was to fly off the handle and really get upset, then I wouldn't have been able to make this video, you know. So I didn't ignore what he said. The comment did get a reply back, but I probably didn't be as aggressive as I should have been with that type of comment, because that was some racist shit to say, you know. And when I called him a racist for it, he said he loves how every time a white doesn't agree with a black, they're automatically a racist. And I told him, well, I love how every time a white kills a black, they're automatically innocent, you know. And that's not me being racist. That's just me throwing a shot right back at you because you threw a shot at me. And you're clearly racist if you're making a mockery of the fact that blacks were slaves for 300 plus years. I never called you a slave. I said you were enslaved in the mind. Everyone is enslaved in the mind right now, including blacks. It's not just one race. I never called you a physical slave, and I never attributed slave traits to you. I said you were enslaved in the mind, meaning you don't question your government like you should. And he took that and made a joke. Oh, a black person calling me a slave. He. That's interesting. Like, dude, don't even get me started. But yeah, so I wanted to make this video and make it be known that it is those kind of people in the world. It's people in the world that actually think that George Zimmerman did right by ending Trayvon Martin's life. You know, forgetting the fact that an altercation would never have even ensued if he didn't follow him in the first place, you know. So it's people in the world that really believe he did the right thing, and that's scary to me. Like, that's really fucked up to me due to the fact that I'm around Trayvon Martin's age and I'm a black male. Like, that's really fucked up. And if that's how America handles situations, then man, I need to get the fuck out and dodge. But yeah, so please subscribe to my channel. I really put my heart out in these videos. I have a lot of good ideas. Sometimes I just sit and make videos, and I never upload them because I don't feel like they're gonna get the right exposure, or I just, you know, don't feel like people are gonna understand where I'm coming from. But if you look at stuff with an open mind, that's the first thing you have to do when you watch my videos. If you're a closed-minded person, or if you have let society's rules take over the way you think, and if you think society is living right now, then you probably won't agree with what I have to say. But if you have a problem with what society is doing, if you have a problem with the rules that have been set, and if you have a problem with the government, if you know something isn't right and you just have an open mind, I suggest you listen to my videos. You will get the point that I'm trying to make. All of them. You will get the point that I am trying to make. And for me to be so young, I have a very intelligent mind, and I know what I'm talking about. So please subscribe, share my videos. I would like much more exposure, and thank you. Logic.